Alrighty.
Okay. We're back already. Hopefully this will work.
Give them just a minute. See if anybody comes on.
Let me go back here and do this here. Let me get the next one set up. It might take it a minute to see if it's...
Hey guys.
Okay.
You might have to hit live and then hit your
Yeah, I'm going to hit this one here.
refresh.
Live. Not yet, so we'll see here. Hi guys. It's been a while since we talked to you last.
She'll be here all week. There you go.
I'm just being silly.
All right, this one here won't be as long, guys.
Right.
Hopefully, and we'll just get right into it because a lot of people don't watch it live, but we do get some views on these through the week that goes back and watches it. So we thank you for that. Go ahead, babe. You can start with the
Hello, Colorado.
topic, and then we'll...
Okay, let's keep our eyes on Sebastian, guys.
After we find them, then we can point fingers. Guys, again, these things are just in no particular order, but we hear a lot of things where people are saying that they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and this happened or that happened. As of right now, there's no evidence that anybody has done anything. And again, this is just like the sheriff's case and the judge that we just talked about. Sheila and I don't have a dog in this fight. We don't.
No.
We don't know either parent. We don't know the step parent. We don't know these people. The importance here of this case is, what is all that?
I don't know. It says hi from, okay, thank you, Rebecca.
Oh, okay. You know, we're not taking up for either party, both parties, or nothing like that. But there's no evidence as of yet that anything has been done wrong. You know, Sheila and I disagree on some things. And it's good to have yin and yang and have where people can talk. But my theory is, I think he wandered off. I think either he had an argument with his mother and went to bed unhappy or whatever, but I think he wandered off. Now, that's my theory.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it right.
But there's two sides to each story. I mean, you know, it could be either...
Of course it could. Of course it could. But from what we have seen, you know, imagine he always wears his shoes, but he went barefooted.
Doesn't like bugs.
Was he that upset? Was he that hurt or angry? I don't know. But why would he do that? Bears, Tennessee people, is there a lot of bears out, especially in February in Tennessee? Snake bit.
Yeah.
Coyotes,
wolves. Yeah.
You know, guys, we're going to go back down there. I'm getting ahead of myself here on this, but...
Just a little bit, yeah.
We wish people would really, one more time. You know, I hear, and it's just like the case over there at the exit 49, the shooter. Bragging. They searched 28,000 acres. They searched 28,000 acres. They had helicopters all over that place. But yet, he was within 500 foot of the tower, within 1,000 foot of where he done the shooting. But they bragged. It's on every news channel. The public relations state trooper, we've searched 28,000 acres. Well, 28,000, 27,900 some was, didn't mean nothing. He was 500 foot from the tower. Sometimes we can't search that good from helicopters, from drones. We need to get down there and walk around. And I believe if everybody would one more time start in that area and look at across the wood, across from that school Sheila's been talking.
Yeah.
Your back or what?
No, I just had a sharp pain. I'm good.
Yeah, we're falling apart. I'll tell you what.
It's all good.
But the woods, anywhere in the woods, ever step of those woods, and now it's going to be especially hard because now if something has happened, you're looking for bone. You're not even looking for a body.
Oh.
One guy says they can run, but they can't hide.
Yeah.
There was a guy on television to the news, and he was talking about, he said, they can run, but they can't, like somebody had done something. We don't know that.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that anybody has done anything yet or not. Only thing we know is that Sebastian is missing.
Right.
And rumors can get people sidetracked.
Exactly. Make it
Rumors can get people sidetracked. One person hears it, they add to it, they tell somebody else or put it on their news channel or whatever, and it just grows and grows.
And it's totally different from where it first started to where it ends up. So.
You know, there was a mention of a flashlight or seeing a flashlight, 2 flashlights. And my question is, did that come out after, or did that come out the first thing that morning when the mother was talking to the police and she told them a flashlight's missing? Or did that come out later on after the neighbor on his doorbell or whatever it was, he saw 2 flashlights? Was that 2 flashlights? Or was that 1 flashlight at a car and it's reflecting off the window or a windshield or what, and it looks like 2?
Hello.
What if everyone's innocent? What if nobody has done anything?
Yeah.
What if as police officers, we look at the parents. You guys out there, you look at the parents.
Suspects, yeah.
We know that from, I forget her name, the lady that drove her little boys off into the lake that time.
Smith.
Susan Smith.
Yeah.
Drove her children off into the pond and let them drown. We know that. We know that does happen. That doesn't mean it happens in every case. Look at John Bonet. Look at her father, how all through his life he was labeled with that.
Thank you, Rebecca.
People make mistakes. We shouldn't point these fingers with no evidence other than somebody's got a smart attitude. Somebody uses the F-bomb. Does that make them guilty of anything? You know, guys, I'll get to it. Let me just go through the questions because I'll get ahead of myself.
We have a bunch of questions here that we try to go through and answer.
Go ahead.
What if Sebastian was going to run away?
What if he just run away?
Just got upset.
Now, you know, he looked awful happy in the pictures that I saw, Sheila and I.
At the steakhouse?
His mother took him to dinner. Him and hers are smiling. Looked awful happy. My question was, in the beginning was, did he ever come back home? Well, we've heard now that, yeah, he come back home and he took the garbage out. If he took the garbage out, then he was home that evening. And
right.
If something happened, maybe it happened in the woods.
Yeah.
Sheila's concerned about these drains.
Those manholes there, you know, anything could happen where they were developing in that area. Maybe the manholes weren't covered and he accidentally
Has any of you ever been accused of something that you didn't do? Have you ever been accused and somebody's pointing the finger at you? Did you act guilty? You know, you ever gone into a grocery store? I used to do a little stand-up comedy, and there was a joke about going into a store and you didn't buy nothing. Then when you walk out, everybody's looking at you because they're thinking what he just shoplifted. And that's the truth. You feel that. You can sense everybody's eyes are looking at you. They didn't have what you came after, or you didn't want to wait in that line. And you walked back out and everybody's thinking, yeah, wonder what he just got. And that's the way people makes you feel when they're pointing these fingers at you. Why did he stay at work?
the stepdad.
The stepdad. Some people says that, and we don't know this for a fact. Again, this is why Sheila and I want to talk to the stepdad and the mother. We'd like to talk to Chris and Katie. We would like to talk to them. No cameras, no interviews for YouTube, no content.
Just to sit down.
We'd like to sit down and talk and see, maybe we ask something that somebody else ain't asked, or maybe they'll think about something to tell us that they forgot to tell. You never know. We don't want to accuse nobody. But why did Chris, some people says Chris stayed at work. He went ahead and worked. Well, does that seem like that would be normal to you if you had done something wrong? Because see, if you'd done something wrong as a police officer, I would think that first thing he would do is rush home, get a speeding ticket on the way home, drive reckless. He's just a nervous wreck when he got there. But see, he was thinking that they're going to find him. He's went here, he's went there. They'll find him. By the time I drive all the way home, they'll have him found, and then I'll just have to miss a day's work. But normally, a person that in my frame of mind, the way we're looking at it, we would think that he would, if he was guilty, he would have run home. He would have come straight home and made a big scene. Why did Katie get out and drive around the neighborhood? Why? They said after she went through the house and looked everywhere
and couldn't find him, she's hysterical. She got into her car and drove around trying to find him. And
then went by the school even to see if maybe he went to the school. You know, some people says, what'd she do that for? Well, what would you do? You've done searched your house, you've searched your yard. What would you do next? Think about it. What if she hadn't have done that? People would be saying, well, why didn't she jump in her car and go looking for him? Sometimes there's no when. We don't know. These people may be, in our opinion, this is our opinion, this is alleged, this is, I may be totally wrong in my thinking, but we got to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
We can't accuse people before we investigate.
Right.
We can't accuse just...
I'm going to say one thing right here. Hello, Florida. I hope you are doing well and I hope you are safe. And then I saw somebody from Indiana, I think. Hello.
Big difference of not being a parent of the year or being responsible for something heinous like that. Everyone coming at you, you might run too. Everybody says, well, they won't talk, they won't do this. Well, everybody's coming at you, and especially accusing you. You may not talk neither. Lose your temper, use the F word. Don't make you a de-lifer.
Oh, good one, babe.
Have to look at it rationally. Follow the evidence, not rumors. Can't follow rumors.
Yeah.
Needs to be more than I think or I believe they did this or they did that. You can't do that. Right off the bat, everybody was already doing that. Makes people, how can they feel comfortable? There's plenty of time to accuse. There's plenty of time to prosecute and convict. We want to talk to the parents, Sheila and I do.
Yes, we would love
no preconceived notions, no cameras, no content for YouTube. No, we want to talk.
We just,
I did this for a little while. I believe we can alleged opinions, supposed, so-called, claims, professed, unproven, rumored, assumed, reported by parent. That's things, guys. That's what Sheila and I are doing. This is our opinion. This is our little thing. We're not accusing nobody or...
just trying to figure out what's going on with Sebastian.
Some say the dad has been cleared. We've heard that the dad has been cleared. Police wanting to be politically correct. Well, if the dad's been cleared, why haven't the police cleared him? Or have they? You guys may know more about it than we do. But if they cleared the dad, it wouldn't be politically correct. If they can't clear the stepfather and the mother, they wouldn't clear the dad probably, because then it makes it look like, well, they've cleared the dad, but they didn't clear the other two, so they must be guilty.
Yeah.
And that's the way some people would look at things. Can't clear one without the other.
Right.
Would make the other automatically look guilty. A person of interest. Someone knowing or saying two people. You know, there's an old saying that two people can keep a secret if one of them's dead. And where two or more are involved, one of them will talk eventually. If there's two people involved in something, eventually one of them will talk in life. $100,000 reward and immunity. You know, there's things out there. There's family members, peoples. There's different things if they know anything. Again, we have nothing, and we haven't heard the police say that they had anything yet that would implicate the father, the mother, or the stepfather.
Yeah.
If the police aren't pointing that finger, if the police aren't doing that, what's John 3:17? Sent his son into the world not to condemn the world, but through him the world
will be saved.
Might be saved. John 3:7. Everybody knows John 3:16. John 3:17. God sent his son into the world not to condemn the world, but through him the world might be saved. Jesus, in all his glory and perfectness, didn't come here to condemn us. He didn't point his fingers at us. He didn't do that. He come here to save us. And why do we, right off the bat, when something happens, because somebody uses bad language? Or that,
Human nature.
Uh,
He ran out with, there's an argument, he ran out with, out of shoes.
Did the parents take a polygraph? The two parents did. And from what I can understand, Chris, the stepfather, offered to, but where he was so far away at work, didn't have to. That's what I understand. Now that, I could be wrong there.
Right.
Questions we could ask parents instead of
The parents.
who would solve the cold case. All right. You know, if we was to get to talk to the parents, they could stop talking to us at any time they wanted.
Yeah.
If we asked questions they were uncomfortable with or something like that. But again, I just have a feeling that sometimes, somebody said it the other day, sometimes a different set of ears or eyes
can see something.
911 call came in, I think at 6:33 that morning. And we want first-hand information, guys. We get a lot of emails, we get a lot of text messages and people wanting to. And the first thing we ask, I tell Sheila, if you all have contacted Sheila instead of me, and it sounds like she's not being rude, Sheila, it kills her if she thinks she's rude to somebody. But first thing I want to know is, where do you live at in Hendersonville? And how many searches have you been on if you're not from there? How many searches? And when people says, well, I live in this state or that state, or I haven't been there, and well, I'm sorry, but you probably can't help us, because see, you're probably getting your information from television or YouTube or newspapers, or you can't help us if you've not been in that area or related to these people or something like that. And that's not being mean or that's not being rude, but by us getting information from you, that's third party, fifth party, eighth party. I don't believe you can help us. We want information from people that's in that area and been there and done that. And guys, listen, if you don't care, don't tell us information. If you've got information that you think is going to be helpful, you call the TBI or the FBI. You call them, give them that information. Main thing we want is to find Sebastian.
That's what we're concerned with, is Sebastian, because he's been gone for so long.
And that would be the people to contact and give them any information like that. So that way, if you give it to us, and then you're thinking, well, we're giving it to somebody else, we're not. I'll tell you what we're relying on. We're relying on the Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
We're relying on, just like he led us to one, there's no doubt in our mind what happened that day in those woods over there, that 6 days in those woods. There's no doubt as to what he can do and what happened.
Exactly.
And if he done it once, he can do it again. Now, I don't want to say I'm not expecting it, but you know, the old devil will tell you, I'm not expecting it. But at the same time, he done it once, he can do it again.
Yeah.
And
with God, everything is possible.
Everything is possible. So really, we don't have nothing to go on other than our feelings and what God, and we pray and pray about it, that he might tell us something or lead us somewhere or do something.
I wish
and if he does, that would be great. but we want firsthand knowledge, firsthand information.
We wish that he could be found.
What happens?
Bless his heart.
You know, I'm not going to ask that.
Yeah, I don't think that would. Yeah. Okay,
guys, that's going to conclude this video. This was a short video. I'm going to tell you on one of our videos way back. Somebody said, "Fred, tell us a story on every one of your videos."
They like hearing.
We like hearing those stories. Well, I'm going to give you a story here, and you all sit there for a second and see what you think about it and figure it out. And this was an unlifing case. You go to a warehouse. Now, this has got nothing to do with Sebastian. This has got nothing to do. We're going to, after I get through with this, we're going to tell you what our plans are. And
what we got going on in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
All that.
This man was found in this warehouse. This warehouse had 12-foot ceilings in it. He was found by the neck with a rope. What'd I do? Turn that up. And there was a ladder over in the corner, about 50 feet away.
Yeah.
Nothing underneath him. 12-foot ceilings. And he was hanging there. What happened there? What happened? Man's hanging from a 12-foot ceiling. The ladder's 50 feet away in the corner. He's 12 feet in the air. What happened? Anybody have an idea? It was unlifing. He unlifed himself. This man had a $250,000 life insurance policy, but he had a 2-year waiting period. He'd got it for his wife and kids. But he had 2 years. He couldn't wait 2 years because he had a bunch of debt, gambling debts and different things that he'd run up, and family was going to go bankrupt. So he had to do something. So he went out and got this policy, and he went to this warehouse, and he unlifed himself.
Right.
Now, how did he do that with the ladder 50 feet away and him hanging there? They didn't know neither. First, they're going to rule it a homicide.
Right.
And then a couple weeks later, his wife got a bill in the mail for a 4-foot by 4-foot block of ice. And it was July, and he had stood on that block of ice, and that ice had melted and evaporated, and it looked like it was a homicide because there's no way he could have got up there to de-life himself like that. What an interesting case that must have been, see? And now, that was just my story for today.
Yeah.
We are going to go back within the next couple of days to Hendersonville. And we're going to see where God leads us. And we may just be driving down the road and we get this urge to stop here and look.
That's
and there may not be nothing there. And again, we've been where we didn't think nothing was there and nobody else thought nothing was there and it was there.
Exactly.
That's what we're going to do. What we'd ask people in that area to do, because a lot of people have given up now and they're thinking, and I seen on the news where they said so many thousands of acres had been searched or something like that in that area too. Just like what happened to us over there. He may not be thousands of acres away. He may be a half a mile away, 3/4 of a mile. He may be underneath some brush. He may be in a drain. He may be, who knows? We've got to search that area at a mile or two. Excellent. Just cover it, every inch of it, to know that he's not there.
Yep.
Don't worry about the helicopters. Don't worry about the drones. It's got to be, don't worry about the horseback. Don't worry about the four-wheelers. I see people on four-wheelers, and then they take these pictures, and that four-wheeler, they get back on it and drive off. You're not going to find a body like that. You're sure not going to find bones. And that's what we've got right now. Anything wrong? Are you putting your hand on me for a reason?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I didn't know. I didn't want you to get going. Yeah, we're good.
About what? Bones or?
Yeah.
Babe, you got to face reality.
I know, but.
You got to face reality. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Some people are straightforward and we can talk in circles. And the thing is, here's the thing, and I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Because if we search that mile or two radius around his neighborhood, let's say we search 2 miles.
Okay.
Good. I mean, with a fine-tooth comb, and we don't find nothing, then the chances are he may still be alive somewhere. I don't think he went over 2 miles out in those woods or anything like that.
No, not.
And if he's out there and something happened, that a bear or an animal or a snake bite or something happened, then he's there. There's still evidence at this point, 9 months later, whatever it is, there'd still be evidence. The longer we wait, the more time it has for evidence to disappear, clothing to rot away. But the good thing would be if we search that area. I mean, I know it's been searched. I know the police has done good. And guys, listen, the police may know something. They may just not have enough to.
And they don't want to tell their hand, because if they tell what they know, then whoever is guilty.
We're not saying anybody knows more than the police.
Right.
We're not second guessing the police. But let's just do that first 2 miles. 2 miles radius around that house. And let's see if he made it out of there. If he's not there anywhere, then maybe somebody's abducted him. Maybe he's somewhere else. Maybe he's still alive. That would be great. If you do that real good and we don't find nothing, then that tells us that, hey, he's not here.
Exactly.
I don't know. We're gasping at straws, too. We're just, we see them pictures of that little fella. We like to see somebody find him.
It makes me sad, and I'm sure it does everybody else.
We didn't know nothing about this case till we done this one here, and everybody started writing us and saying, find Sebastian, God blessed us to find Mr. Couch. That wasn't something we done. God blessed us to do that and put that on our hearts. And maybe we're praying about it. We're praying. He will. But I don't know. I don't know where else to go with it.
Yeah.
Other than that, guys, we're going to conclude this. Thank you all. We've been on here.
We're going to do a mag 50.
I seen a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all probably got some bad people or something tonight. But they're supposed to be editors on there, whatever they're called.
Rebecca was on there doing a great job helping us out, and we really appreciate that, Rebecca.
Guys, thank you. We hope you've had as good a time as we did. Next time I'll let Sheila talk.
I need to quit talking so much.
Yeah, I wish Sheila let me get a word in every now and then.
Shucky darn. I'll try. All right, guys, we couldn't do it without you all. Thank you all for tuning in tonight for both videos there. We appreciate you all. You all are amazing. You guys rock. We hope you have a good night. And when we find out more on Sebastian, tune in and we'll tell you what we found.
And that's what it would take, Tom, is a grid search. A good grid search, arm to arm.
Yep.
And that way, hello, William. God bless you. And that way you would know that it was being searched, and it's searched every inch of it, and there's nothing there, and then we can move on to something else. But that's the first thing. We've got to make sure that area, if you think that they can't look over them, they're a good example right over at exit 49, guys.
Well, what about that machine thingy that they can walk over the ground?
Hey, guys, we got an email today. Our books will be here between 9 and 11 o'clock in the morning. So after tomorrow, you can log on to fredmccoy.com and our book for our I-75 Hatfield McCoy Bounty Hunters. Sniper on I-75 is the name of the book.
Yep.
And it's got a lot of stuff in there, and a lot of things that's not being in video, and you may enjoy reading our part of what took place for those 6 days that we were searching for Mr. Couch.
Yep.
So other than that, thank you all. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you all. Have a good night. Bye.